everybody, my name's Liz, I'm the baker that sews. Welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you are a subscriber. As always, it's really lovely to have you here as I share my sewing journey. So welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be one of my Sunday sewing catch-ups and we're on episode 90. I've got lots of things I want to share with you, including updates from last weekend's video where I was talking about some of my plans. I also shared in the week some of my ideas for the Sew Upcycle challenge, which is running over on Instagram at the moment. We've only got a few more days until it's the reveal day, so I'll update you on that. I've got some fabric to share with you. There's a new pattern that's been released, and then I always finish with my sewing plans. So before I dive into everything I want to share with you today, I'll let you know what I'm wearing. And I'm wearing two of my favourite autumn kind of makes. So this is a Tilly and the Buttons Billy jumper made in this, I'm not quite sure of the composition actually, because I just got it from, there's a fabric shop not too far away from where I live. They tend to sell quite cheap fabrics, and I couldn't resist this gingham, I think it's a cotton jersey, gingham fabric, and I used the Tilly and the Buttons Billy sweatshirt pattern to sew up a jumper, which I absolutely love. And then I've got on, I always forget the name of these, so I've got it written down in my notebook, the D Myus Riley dungarees in this really fun sort of needle cord, really fine needle cord fabric that's got strawberries all over it. And I got this from Fabric Godmother. I love the Riley dungarees. There's a faux waistband, you've got buttons down the side and pockets. For some reason my coin pocket keeps turning out. They're quite fitted, as you can see on me, they're quite fitted. You've got dungaree buckles here and the straps, and then you've got this detail at the back. I really love them. I feel that they're super comfortable. Oh, there's pockets on the back as well. And then you also put belt loops on, so if you did want to pop a belt on, you could. I never wear a belt, so that's more just for aesthetics. But that's what I'm wearing. I'll put an image in of the outfit so you can see, and then I'm also wearing a headband, and if you can see that my daughter's crocheted for me, using like this glittery white wool and then this green wool, because she knows green's my favourite colour. So she's had a go at crocheting a headband for myself. She's also crocheted one for herself as well. If she'll let me take a photo of her, I'll put an image in of hers as well. Hers is just in the lovely white. But I did say to her I would wear it in the video and show you all, because she's really enjoying teaching herself to crochet. And she's still also just kind of making it up. She's not really following any patterns, which is amazing. So this is the latest thing that she's been teaching herself to crochet. Oh, and I've also got, I can't remember where I got these from, but I've got these really cute like crochet earrings. I think I just got them from a seller on Etsy, so I'll link them down below. Really lovely lilac ones. And then I've got my Sapphire Frills Toadstool earrings in as well. I did go and get my nails done again. I don't know if you can see them. I've gone for like a lilac-y colour and green. I love lilac and I love green together, so that's what mine look like. And then Lola went for lilac and like this really gorgeous like milky white colour and then little hearts on. I'll put some pictures in so you can see what she went for as well. That's our lovely little monthly treat, going to get our nails done. So what have I been sewing this week? So it is half term at the moment. I go back to work tomorrow. Really looking forward to seeing the children. I'm sure they're going to be super excited about Halloween, and I've got lots of Halloween outfits that I'm going to be wearing next week as well, which I'm excited about. I've got a couple of Halloween jumpers and a few Halloween dresses. And I will start with the first thing that I wanted to share with you, which was my ghost themed dress. So I shared this fabric last weekend and I said that I was going to turn it into the Deer and Doe Myosotis. That is exactly what I've done with the fabric. I absolutely love this dress. I'll put pictures in of me wearing it so you can see. I'm just going to wear it with, I've got some thermal tights and black boots, so I'm just going to wear it with those, and then probably a cardigan. But yeah, it's the Deer and Doe Myosotis. Absolutely love this pattern. Mandarin collar, gone all ruffles, so ruffles on the sleeves. In terms of the buttons, I wanted the fabric to really do the sort of talking, so I've just gone for these pearlescent kind of plain, fairly plain buttons. And then I've got a really lovely skirt with that gathered ruffle on the bottom. And then I did have enough fabric to be able to put in pockets. Pockets are essential when I'm at work, and I'm going to be wearing this on Tuesday when it is Halloween. This fabric is so fun, absolutely gorgeous. I love all the ghosts. the flowers, the rainbows. I just think it's such a fun fabric. So I'm really pleased that I've managed to get that sewn up in time for Halloween. I've sewn up so many of the Dear and D Myus dresses now that I don't tend to need to look at the instructions. The only bit that I look at for instructions wise is the mandarin collar, just so that I can make sure that I get that perfectly. But most of it I just construct now from memory because I've sewn up so many of these dresses. I just find this dress so comfortable. It's not too tight across my tummy, especially if I've got an IBS flare up. So that's one of the reasons why I've really loved this dress, and I just really love the way that it feels on me as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about wearing that to school. The next thing that I've sewn up, I can't remember if I talked about getting this sewn up, but I definitely had it cut out, and it's another Stylark Norman jumpsuit in this, I don't know what type of fabric it was. I think it was a viscose linen that came in a Fabric Godmother dream wardrobe box, but I didn't want to use this fabric for what their pattern that came in the box was. So I'm really loving plain jumpsuits and plain dungarees so that I can wear some of my jazzier things underneath. And I wore this yesterday with a floral jumper. Really love this jumpsuit. I really love that neckline at the front, the neckline at the back. I love that gentle gathering you get on the back because of the elastic. It's got pockets, and the pockets are a really decent size as well. And I really love the shape of the trousers, like they're really wide legged. On the pattern, they recommend that you have a really deep facing for the bottom of the trousers. But on my first version, I didn't really like the look of that deep face. So actually, I've just done a narrower hem. I don't know if you can see that, where I've just turned it up, because I much prefer that. You've got a facing to finish the inside of the jumpsuit, front and back, and that gives a really neat finish at the side as well. In terms of Stylark patterns, their instructions are quite sparse, but for the Norman jumpsuit, I would say if you've sewn up a couple of jumpsuits, you would definitely be able to tackle it. It's not a tricky make at all. I'd say the fiddliest part is you've got a pattern piece to create like this strap bit. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a seam there and there's a seam there. And this pattern piece basically connects the front and the back. I don't follow their instructions for the construction, particularly with the pockets and how you sew the crotch. I just use my own experience of sewing up garments similar to this. And as long as you've got an understanding of what the garment should look like eventually and the construction, then I think you would be absolutely fine using the Stylark patterns, because a couple of people have messaged me to say that they're a bit wary of that pattern just because the Stylark instructions aren't always that helpful. But actually, I found it quite straightforward to sew up, and the instructions are decent enough really. So I've sewn up 3 versions. I've probably got plans to sew up a couple more, but what I'm really enjoying with the Stylark Norman jumpsuit is using plain fabrics, because then I can use sort of my jazzier jumpers and blouses underneath. And a navy one I think is just going to go with so many things that I've got in my wardrobe. So that, I think this is going to become a wardrobe staple, definitely. I think it's the sort of thing that you can layer up. So I'll definitely be wearing this throughout the autumn and winter months as well, just with a like polo neck jumper underneath, or even a jumper over the top of it. I think it's gonna be a real staple for my wardrobe, and all of the Norman jumpsuits I've made so far, I've worn absolutely loads. So that was the second thing I've sewn up this week. An unexpected make, but I have got a friend that's going off to have a baby in a couple of weeks. So I have started thinking about sewing some baby clothes for her little baby that's going to be arriving soon. I've ordered some fabric from Semi Sunshine because they had a great discount code for their sale fabrics and their remnants. So I've ordered a couple of pieces from them that I'm hoping will arrive this week, because she goes on maternity leave next week. So I want to be able to give them to her before then. So I had this really fun Liberty fabric that I got from New Craft House, which is like children's drawings all over it. And I had a little remnant of this because I'm sewing up a Naya t-shirt for myself. And I had enough of this to sew up a little jumper for my friend's baby. I've just used the Poppy and Jazz strawberry sweatshirt pattern. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've sewn it up in 3 to 6 months. I can never get over how teeny tiny the cuffs are on this pattern whenever I sew it up. I love sewing baby clothes. They come together so nicely and they just look absolutely adorable when you've put them together. So it's a really straightforward pattern. You've got a neckband, front and obviously back, the sleeves. They've got these gorgeous little cute cuffs, and then you've also got a little hemband on the bottom as well. And then I've got some fabric coming from Sew Me Sunshine, so I'm going to sew up a couple of sets with the jumpers and the trousers, the tangerine trousers, and then possibly a little dress, because I know that my friend's having a little girl, so I might use the Poppy and Jazz pansy pattern to sew up a little dress for her as well. But yeah, that's the first thing. This week I'm going to be sewing up some more baby clothes, so next Sunday I'll share some more baby clothes with you. Probably won't have them physically to show you because I will have gifted them to her. But yeah, love that. It's so cute. And then I've cut out a May Handmade Naya t-shirt for myself using that fabric that I want to wear underneath probably my Norman jumpsuit and dungarees. And I think that t-shirt will go with jeans and things as well. So the next thing that I wanted to share with you that I've been busy sewing up was, I did want to use this fabric, but I've ended up using it for a different pattern. So it's this amazing quilted big cat fabric that I got from Fabric Godmother, I want to say a couple of years ago. I bought it a while ago, sat in my stash, wasn't sure on what pattern to use. Then I bought this pattern, the Vicky Sews Uma coat, and I really wanted to use this fabric for that pattern. Didn't have enough of the fabric. I didn't realise when I lay it out and I put all the pattern pieces on top, I just didn't have enough of the fabric. There was no way I could make it work. The pattern pieces for this pattern are actually quite big. I have ordered some more fabric that's arrived that I'm going to share with you when I share the fabrics that I'm going to be using for this pattern, which I'm very excited about. So I'd set my heart on sewing up this fabric. I'd really kind of geared myself up for cutting it out and getting it sewn up into something. So then I went through my pattern stash to see what could I use this amazing quilted fabric for. And the pattern I settled on was the Megan Nielsen Havea jacket. And I've sewn this up before. I'm trying to remember what fabric I've sewn it up in, like a lightweight quilted fabric. I'll put an image in of my previous make from this pattern. There's so many different variations that you can sew up with this pattern. I think there's 6 different options. So you've got view A, which is what I went for, which is a mid-length unlined jacket with a collar band. View B is a mid-length quilted jacket with binding. View C is a lined coat with a collar band, and that's much longer. So I've gone for this version. I knew this version wouldn't work because I wouldn't be able to use binding with this fabric because it was so thick. And actually, when I was putting on the collar, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe it's better to show you. Maybe it's better to show you on here, but it's got a collar band. And when I was putting it on, it was really thick. I had to use a denim needle, and I just about managed to get it to work. And it is quite neat on the inside, but this fabric was quite hefty to sew on my sewing machine. You can also sew up view D, which is a quilted coat with binding. View E is an unlined cropped jacket with collar band, and view F is a quilted cropped jacket with binding. So those are all the options. I ended up going for view A, and I think it works really nicely. I really love those pockets. I'm just going to show you on this version because you can see them really standing out. Those pockets are absolutely gorgeous, and they are so deep. They're amazing. So I really love this pattern anyway, and I really enjoyed sewing that pattern up before. So, and I had enough of this fabric to make it work as well. Just to say that on this version, oh actually view A you don't have a belt, but there is an option for a belt with view C. I did sew up the belt using offcuts, or I had enough of this fabric. It wasn't offcuts actually. I had enough of this fabric to sew up a belt, but when I put the belt on with the length of the jacket, it just looked a bit strange, and it looked like I was wearing a dressing gown. So actually I scrapped the belt, and actually I really like it just as an open jacket. Really love the pockets. There is an option to do a little tie. I don't think I'd be able to do it with the quilted fabric, it's too thick, but if I did want or need a tie, I don't think I'm going to, I could just use some black cotton poplin to do a little tie on the front if I wanted to. But I'll put it on so you can see, and I will put pictures in of me wearing this as well. I've just worn it with some jeans so far and just a top underneath. But yeah, it's got this collar band all the way down. The pockets for me are my favourite part because they're so deep. Like this is where the pocket starts and that's where it ends. I think they're great. Absolutely love the length of it. I think it's the perfect length for a quilted jacket. This fabric is really thick, so it feels so cosy and warm. I'm going to have to be mindful of the weather because if it's raining I won't be able to wear this, but it almost feels like a really thick kind of cardigan, so just an extra layer to an outfit. This fabric is amazing. The Hervéa's got dropped sleeves, drop shoulder sleeves. I don't know if you can see where they start. They start sort of here. Just really pleased that this fabric has been used for something. And I think it's a really cool jacket that I'm going to really enjoy getting lots and lots of wear out of as well. Really pleased that this fabric has finally been used, and my husband has actually been eyeing this jacket up as well. And because it's quite oversized and quite roomy, he would be able to wear it. So I'm going to have to hide it so that he doesn't steal it. So the other things that I have been busy sewing are not finished, but they are linked to the Sew Upcycle Challenge. So the first thing I've been thinking about is the trainers. I'm not going to get these finished for the Sew Upcycle Challenge. There's just far too much work involved in making the trainers. I was very optimistic thinking that I'd be able to get them done in half term, but actually we've been really busy with catching up with people and appointments and all that kind of thing. So I've started stitching together lots of little offcuts of fabric to make the pattern piece, well, not the pattern piece actually, to make the quilted fabric that I want to eventually then use for the trainer pattern pieces. So I've just got lots of rows of squares of fabric that I have started stitching together, and eventually I'll start piecing them together to make larger pieces of fabric that I will then quilt. And then I've got for the other side of the fabric, I'm going to use this like duck egg blue, or is it like a sagey green kind of colour, gingham. So one side of the trainers will be this fabric, and then on the and then we'll have some wadding in between, and then on the other side there will be that. So the inside of my trainers will look like this, and the outside of my trainers will look like this. I ordered some glue and some eyelets and some shoelaces. They've all arrived. And then I've also got the insole. I've got the outer for the trainer, and then I've got my insole. I've gone for pink squidgy insole. And then I've also cut out the pattern pieces. So I'll show you a couple of, I won't show you them all. But I've got all the pattern pieces there ready to go. And some of the pattern pieces are quite big. So I am going to have to create quite large pieces of fabric that have been quilted so that I can lay this pattern piece on top of the fabric and then cut out the trainers. So I think I've still got a good few weeks worth of work to go with getting the fabric ready and then getting the trainer pattern cut out and then starting the construction. So unfortunately, I think it was more of an ambitious project than I was expecting. I'm still really excited about getting them constructed, and I will continue to update you, but so far I've got lots and lots of strips of fabric that then I need to put together, and then I need to quilt it. So I think I've still got a lot of steps to go in terms of constructing the trainers. I shared on my Instagram stories that it was the lovely Anna, who is Kokowawa Crafts, who was the first person that inspired me to have a go at making my own trainers. She's got a really helpful blog. It's in 2 parts where she talks about the process of sewing up the trainers. I have found her blog more helpful than the pattern that I bought from the I Can Make Shoes. What I found with the I Can Make Shoes website is I've bought the trainer pattern, I've bought quite a few things from their website, but in order to get the support that I need, because I'm brand new to making trainers, they kind of encourage you to buy their shoemaking course, and I don't want to make shoes, I just want to be able to make trainers. Their shoemaking course I think covers a huge range of different shoes and boots and things, and it's very expensive. Anna links a company called Sneaker Kit, I think they're called. They've got a free pattern on their website, and they've got some really helpful videos and tutorials on their website as well. So between Sneaker Kit and Anna's blog, I feel a little bit more informed on how to start constructing my trainers. So I link all of that down below, just in case you're tempted to sort of delve into the world of shoemaking and make your own trainers. But I will update you as I go on, and I'll let you know how I do get on with the I Can Make Shoes trainer pattern as well, because I've bought that pattern now, so I'm just going to persevere with it. But I'm going to use the Sneaker Kit website and their video and Anna's blog, which is super helpful, to try and sort of help me when I try and make my trainers. So I'll continue to update you with them. But yeah, there's been quite a lot of work so far, and I'm anticipating a lot more work to come. So hopefully, maybe optimistically, in about a month I might have some trainers to share with you. We'll see. Then the other thing that I have been getting busy with is the crochet jacket, which I shared last weekend. I can't remember if I shared the actual jacket, but I had a denim jacket. I talked about this in the week when I talked about my sew up cycle plans. But I had a denim jacket that I've had in my wardrobe for probably about 10 years. I bought it from Next before I could sew. And I haven't been reaching for it since I've learnt to sew, because I've made denim jackets that feel a bit more fitted on me, and I feel like I've got a bit more room in the arms. The arms felt really tight on this jacket from Next. So what I wanted to do was crochet a granny square to go on the back of the denim jacket where it was really worn, and then I was going to chop off the sleeves and insert some crochet sleeves, and yeah, have a jacket that was kind of denim jacket and crochet. Loads of people really helpfully suggested that I didn't cut, because what I was originally going to do was cut out the back panel where it was all faded, but lots of people really helpfully suggested that I didn't do that for an extra layer of warmth and to help when attaching the granny square. Leave the back panel in place but just stitch the granny square on the back of the jacket. I have pinned it in place so far so I can see what it looks like and try it on and things, but I'm so thrilled with how it's looking, and I've got plans to try and finish the sleeves later on today and tomorrow, and then hopefully have my denim jacket ready to share on Tuesday when it's the reveal day for the sew up cycle. So let me grab it and show you. So it's all in pieces at the moment, but hopefully you'll be able to see. I have pinned the granny square on the back of the denim jacket, and I love how it looks. So I've just pinned it in place to make sure that it covers all the bits I wanted it to. You can see I've taken off the armhole there, and I've taken off the armhole on the other side, and I've already started to put the sleeve in place. So I've just done some granny squares going all the way around for the sleeve, because I wanted it to be quite a poofy sleeve to begin with, and then it will eventually narrow and gather into a cuff. And you can see that I've done the granny squares, and then I've started doing a granny stripe design, and I'm going to alternate the colours. So I'm going to use this really beautiful green, and then I've also got this like dusky pink colour, so I'm going to alternate that on one sleeve. And then I don't want to undo all of my crochet because I've started this one. This is the other sleeve, so you can see what I've done. I've constructed all the granny squares, and then I've started to again do the granny stripe, so I'm going to do it in that green. And then I've also got, I'll show you, I've got a blue, where have I put it? This. So then I've got a blue, so on the other sleeve I'm going to have green and blue alternate stripes going down, and then a cuff. And then I think I'll probably do a pink cuff, or I might do different coloured cuffs on either side, but I've got a bright pink. I've also got a yellow, and I've used yellow in some of the granny stripes, so I might do the cuffs on either side a different colour reflecting one of the colours from the granny stripe, or I could just do black. You can see I haven't fully decided yet. But I've had so much fun sort of constructing and upcycling this jacket, and I just think it's going to look, well, hopefully it's going to look really cool and exactly what I was expecting. I'll just roll the sleeve up slightly so you can see what the sleeve looks like on here. I need to be careful because I'm still in the middle of crocheting and I don't want to unravel it all, but yeah, this is what the sleeve is going to look like, and then it'll come all the way down, and then I'm hoping to have quite a deep cuff. So that's the side, and then if I put it on the other side, hopefully you'll be able to see the back. But that's what the granny square on the back looks like as well. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this project, as you can probably tell by the smile on my face. It's been really fun, and it's going to make me reach for this denim jacket, which was the idea really, to get this back into my wardrobe and using it. And I've just been really enjoying combining crochet with sewing as well. So I'm really hoping that I can get that finished. I've been really enjoying crocheting while something's on the telly as well. And then Lola's been sitting next to me and crocheting at the same time. So fingers crossed I can get that finished. And then the other project that I need to get done for the sew up cycle is my Cali shirt. So I'm planning to get that finished. I've trimmed it, so now I just need to finish the curved hem, and I decided to try and keep the curved hem, so I just need to hem it and then that's finished as well. So hopefully I'll have 2 of the 3 sew up cycle projects finished so I can share them on Tuesday. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, that will be where I share updates on how I'm getting on with the 2 projects, and I'll reveal all on Tuesday. So you'll be able to see before next Sunday if I get it finished in time. And I'm at The Baker That Sews over on Instagram. So those are all the things that I've been busy making this week. Still a few things ongoing, mainly my sew upcycle sort of plans, and hopefully I can get them finished, fingers crossed. So the next thing I wanted to share with you was some fabric. So my So Holy Jane fabric has arrived. Last weekend I said that I'd managed to find someone to swap with me so I could have the other colourway, so I'll just grab it. And it's come in this beautiful blue colourway, which is definitely more sort of the colours that I would have been drawn to rather than that black and the sort of grey colours. So now I need to think about what to turn this into, and I think I might turn it into either some culottes or a skirt, because I think I would get lots and lots of wear out of that fabric. So I was pleased that I was able to swap that fabric. And then the fabric I'm most excited to share with you is this incredible lilac kind of iridescent quilted fabric that I got from Sew Me Sunshine, and I'm definitely going to use this fabric to sew the Uma coat by Vicky Sews. I cannot wait, I'm so excited. It's such an amazing fabric. When it arrived, I took it out and wrapped myself in it. I was just super excited about this fabric. I think it's stunning, and I think it's going to make a really fun like puffer jacket. Here it is. How incredible is that? And it's actually quite a lightweight quilted fabric. I love the colour. I love that it's like iridescent. You've got that kind of silvery shimmer detail. I just think it's fabulous. I'll show you the thickness of it, so you can see that it's not super thick like the Big Cats fabric. I think it's going to be perfect for the Uma coat, and I can't wait to get it sewn up. I've got 3 meters, so that should be plenty to sew up the Uma coat. So I'm going to get that cut out soon once I've done all the other things that I want to get sewn up. Next project will be this, cutting out this gorgeous fabric and get it turned into the Uma coat, which I can't wait for. Very excited. Such a beautiful fabric. I think they still had some of this left, and if not, they've got loads of other incredible quilted fabrics too. So yeah, love that fabric. I just think it's amazing. Can't stop staring at it. So the next thing I wanted to share with you was a new pattern release by May Handmade. The pattern's called the Cara Cardigan by May Handmade. It comes in sizes 6 to 32. It's currently on sale at £8.49 at the moment, £8.49. It's a PDF only pattern, and then once it's not on the sale, it will go up to £9.99 for the PDF pattern. There are lots of different options. So there's an option to have cuffs on the cardigan, or you can leave the cuffs off and just turn it over. There's no hemband on this cardigan, and it's quite a relaxed fit look for a cardigan. So it's got drop shoulder sleeves, which looks really lovely. It looks quite roomy as well. There's options for different lengths. So there's like a hip length, and then there's a longer length, which is like mid-thigh length. And then for both versions, you need buttons because it's a button-up cardigan. So on the short version, I think you need 3 buttons, and on the longer version, you need 7 buttons. There's also pockets, and yeah, it can be made up in a range of fabrics as well. So their fabric recommendations are light to medium weight jersey fabrics like jersey, ribbed knit, sweatshirting and ponte. And then you also need a little bit of stretch interfacing just to stabilise where you put your buttonholes in as well. I've seen so many gorgeous versions over on Instagram of this cardigan already, and it looks great in a range of fabrics too. Wow. I think it's a real wardrobe staple. Fabric Godmother have released details about a sewing challenge that they're going to be running in November. So it's towards the end of November, and it's all around their peony dress pattern that has been released. It's a really beautiful pattern. Really love the look of it. It's got this incredible like shoulder detail. It just looks absolutely beautiful. So what they are going to be kind of hosting over on Instagram is their peony party. So it'll be an Instagram peony party where they're inviting us to share our own versions of the peony dress to be in with a chance of winning some amazing prizes. And one of the prizes is actually a sewing machine, which is an incredible prize. So basically we're being encouraged to make the pattern up and then share a photo using the hashtag FG Peony Party. And then they're going to have a pinned post on their Instagram page between the 27th of November and the 3rd of December. And we need to make sure that we comment on that pinned post as well as sharing a photo of our version of the dress. It's open internationally, although the sewing machine prize can only be shipped to a UK address. So what they are saying is if you were overseas and you won the prize of the sewing machine, they would give you a similar prize. Obviously it wouldn't be a sewing machine, but you would get a different prize instead. So the sewing machine can only be shipped to somebody that lives in the UK. The winners are going to be chosen at random as well, and you can enter lots of times if you want to. So if you've sewn this pattern quite a few times, you can enter as many times as you want to. So I'm definitely going to have a go at sewing this pattern up. I think it's a really beautiful dress. I just need to have a little think about what fabric I would like to use to sew up my own version of the peony dress, and then I can enter. So I link Fabric Godmother's Instagram page down below so you can head over, but I'm sure you follow them already, but they've got more information over on their Instagram page about the peony party. But it sounds like a really fun thing to be involved in, kind of virtually over on Instagram. The next thing I want to share before I share my sewing plans for the next sort of week and a bit is a small sewing channel. So the channel is called May Handmade. And like I said, it's a mum and daughter. They've taken part in the Friday Sews videos. There's some videos where they're sharing things that they've made. There's plans videos as well. So they've got quite a few videos over on their channel. So I link their channel down below so you can go and give them a little follow. But I've really enjoyed watching the mum and daughter kind of dynamics on the videos. So I'm sure you will enjoy watching their videos too. And then the final thing I like to finish with are my sewing plans. So I'm going back to work tomorrow after a week off for half term. I've got a really busy week coming up because we've got parents' evening for 2 evenings. That means late nights. And then we've also got a market next weekend as well. So I'm not sure how much sewing I'm actually going to get done, but I am using my last day before I go back to work to do a little bit of sewing. So I'm really hoping to finish off the denim jacket. I want to get my Cali shirt hemmed. I've got a Naya t-shirt in this Liberty fabric that I used for the baby jumper, and that's quite a straightforward speedy sew, so I want to get that sewn up. I've also optimistically cut out a New Craft House everyday dress I've cut it out in this amazing gingham fabric, which I talked about a while ago. I don't know if I'm actually going to get that sewn up because this week's looking super busy with work, and next weekend I'm going to be busy all day Saturday with the market, so I might not get time to get that sewn up, but maybe I'll get a chance to start constructing it. We'll see. What else do I want to do? I'm going to continue with the trainers, but like I said, I think they're going to be a project that's going to take at least another month, if not a little bit longer, but I will continue to update you with how I get on with my trainers as well. And that's everything that I've got planned for the next sort of week. My main focus really is on finishing the denim jacket and the other upcycle project, the Cali shirt as well. So that was everything I wanted to share with you today. I hope you've enjoyed hearing what I've been getting up to, hearing some of my plans and seeing some of the things that I've been busy making. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really love it if you hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified when I bring out my next videos. Thank you as always for watching. Take care, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.